gonna start here, seated like that. I'm sitting at the front edge of the chair to have my spine upright, so that my posture is really upright. In a sense, I'm not like slouched like that or kind of hunched. So spine is upright. That's gonna help the whole lung space, which we're working with, is gonna be more kind of spacious. So as we begin, just take a moment to feel yourself here before we do anything. Feel yourself situated between the earth underneath and then the sky above. We are in this space, this kind of nature, our world. Allowing yourself to feel this being almost like a vehicle of the energies that comes from the earth, the yin energies, and then the ones from the sky, yang energies. So we're kind of conduit, as they say, between very active stuff as well as maybe kind of down-regulating, solid kind of approaches to the life. And take one nice full breath, knowing that this is your in-breath, and then knowing that it's your out-breath. Just centering, grounding ourselves in this moment. And then we're going to begin with a focus of lung and large intestine, the pathways of the meridians, lower part of the arms and then upper part of the arms. We're going to start by opening, in a way, the lung meridian, which the point or the element before that ends here, and then lung begins here. So we're going to start by this activation of entry and exit points, basically. And I'm using 3-4 fingers, and the point here under, it's on top of the ribs still. We're also activating the space or stimulating the space for the lungs as we're breathing in and out. And then move to the other side, same thing. The upper part is right under the collarbone, lower part is nipple line, but on top of the rib cage. Breathing in and out. Opening entry and exit points. And then now take a moment to bring both hands, again fingers just tapping to the chest bone or thymus gland. Lungs are responsible, according to Chinese medicine, from the immune system, protective energies, so we're kind of activating all of those. And now we're just going to do normal tapping for the whole pathway. So turn your arm to face up, go through all the way slowly, and then upper part. And then let's do this one more time. And then move to the other arm again, lower part of the arm. My hand is in like cupped form. You can make like a fist as well. So whichever form works for you, it's fine. We're just activating the whole pathway by tapping. Let's do one last time. Clapping, maybe congratulating yourself for this practice, for this time that you have taken for your own self-care. And then just come one more time to the thymus gland area, chest bone. Release, just shake your hands now a little bit. Release everything. Bring your hands in front of the abdomen though. Feel here your thumb and then the index finger almost like touching, or they're not touching exactly, but almost like connecting. Eyes closed if it feels comfortable. Feel your whole lung space, entire area of like under the rib cage. There's other organs there as well, but just feel as if Your lungs are really occupying that whole space and you are breathing deep and nice. And as you exhale, release, open your eyes if they were closed. Now bring your hands just on the diaphragm area, on the sides here, just to feel the breath now, almost activating the intestines as well. We're gonna make it real sense of like deep breathing. So when you are breathing, feel your hands as the lung space is expanding. See? Like my hands are moving a little bit out to the side. And then when you exhale, release. You can almost like press your hands here and inhale again. And exhale. As you are working with the diaphragm here, feel at the same time this lower belly, abdomen area, or where the intestines are. It's also being massaged, a little bit like up and down movement of the diaphragm, helping that area to get kind of stimulated. Two more big, nice, deep breaths. And then the last one. Sensing, feeling your whole body. And slowly release. From here, I'm going to come up to stand. If you would like to still stay seated, you can do so. Let me put this. And now as you come into standing position, just take a moment one more time to feel. Now we are standing, we're not seated anymore. And we're just gonna increase this sense of connection with the basis of our feet here. And we're gonna be doing something, lifting the heel and dropping. And we're gonna add the arms also, lifting, dropping. Lift the heels, and then drop. We are stimulating some other points right under your feet, bubbling spring to connect with the earth a little bit more. And then there are some points right on the side where your hands are also kind of coming. Just lift two more like that. And then one last time. And then release. Bring your hands in front of the belly. Allow your eyes to close. Feel yourself, this time standing, but again, earth underneath, sky above. Feeling yourself, this conduit of energy. As the attention is inward, if your eyes open, it's also fine. But feel the points, your feet, they are touching to the ground, right? Almost imagine that like you have roots going down through the earth. And then as you are breathing in, taking in almost like the earth's energy as almost like medicine. And then let it fill your whole body. Almost just like a quick body scan with the attention, lifting, 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 filling all the way to this lower belly area and then upper torso, everything kind of filling your body, energized. Grounded, centered. And as you exhale, release the hands. And then now let's gong our chi. Open the hands out to the side. Your stance is a little bit wider than the shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna swing the arms one at a time. Counter swing, they call this, up and down, coordinating it with the breath if you like, inhaling. And every time when you almost like have your hand coming to the front, imagine you have something that doesn't serve you anymore. You're kind of throwing it away, something that makes you feel heavy, something that makes you feel stuck, which you don't like, you know. Just let it go. And it's not trying to change yourself, but a sense of like this energy doesn't feel right to me. So let it get kind of composted as you are releasing, letting that go to the universe. A few more like that. Inhaling, exhaling. This can be done very slowly or a little bit faster. Knees are getting softer as you are changing the hand position. You don't have to. Sometimes maybe you're just doing it this way. It kind of feels good to have the knees also going on. And you may be feeling your arms a little bit kind of getting, this is getting too much. Just notice any of those conversations, inner dialogue that may be happening. Let's do one each side. And then now just hold your arms out like that. Feel the sensations. Bring your feet slightly closer. And all through almost all of the Qigong moves, knees are always soft, so just keep that in mind. And tailbone tucked under. And I start to move now. Your arms like making a circle and then changing with a little bit of stretch on the side. We're still working with the space for the lungs. And simple side body stretches in a way. To have more space for the lungs. Let's do one each side. Like tiny bit of stretch every time when one arm is at the top of the head. And then bring the hands in front of the belly again. Just take a moment to feel more space, right? For the lungs. And now moving on to the separating earth and sky. This time you are stretching the hands or the palms away from each other. And when we stretch like that, it doesn't have to be 100%, so just know that you are stretching. 70% is perfectly fine. It's more like the action is happening all through this side body. Your hands, they don't have to be really far away from each other. You can add to this a little bit of a head rotation when you are ready. And then knees again. Optional. Those of you who would like to have kind of cardio going on, you can go really low too. It's up to you. We have, in a way, that flexibility. Back again. Let's do one more time each side. Stretching the lung space from every angle, as we are focusing on this metal element or lungs and large intestine internal organs. One last time to the other side. And release. Just take a moment to almost like integrate. Pause, feel changes, notice any changes. And then move to the next one. Inhale here while the hands are facing to the front. Exhaling, turning the hands outwards, and head is also turning. Quite a bit of a stretch here. Entire like inner line of the arms is stretching. Back to the center. And then to the other side. Inhaling to the center. Exhaling when you open the arms out to the sides. This feels really good to do, like in the evenings or so, especially if you are someone who sits in front of a computer for a long time. Just doing this can be a great, nice stretch for the neck and shoulder area. And of course, anything that I'm guiding, please be respectful to your own body's limitations and don't overdo it. Qigong is no pain, no pain. It's all gain, gain. Let's do one more time each side. Center. Open. And just feel hands come to the front, and then imagine there's a connection between the thumb and the index finger where we are focusing on stimulating, tonifying in a way the pathways of the lungs and large intestine channels. And slowly release. Let's just do one more for the spine itself, spinal cord breathing. Your hands are in front and elbows come here to touch, and spine rounds as you can feel, and then inhaling, opening, exhaling, and then inhaling. Feel your whole lung space. Big, nice opening. And let's do one more time. And then inhale, open, and stay here for a moment. And then we're gonna do this picking up apple thingy. Imagine you are reaching up and then releasing. Reaching up. And then slowly release. And then as we are almost like completing this warm-up, let's say, phase, let's just shake like a tree. As the trees like to do these days, no? So much wind and all these old leaves, it's time to let them go. So again, if there's anything that you think doesn't really help but keeps coming back to your mind, so just shake it. You can make it really like fun kind of a shake. Just shake, shake, shake. There's this doctor who talks about shaking for 10 minutes, especially at the end of the day. Shaking to let go. And he suggests doing this not inside the house, actually. He says do this before you get on to come to your house, or just go to your backyard or go to your balcony, so that this stuck, kind of stagnated energies are going to be left outside, and universe will take care of it. Definitely they will be composted. So just shake a little bit more. These element, the metal element, the one that we're kind of focusing, is so much about sadness and grief and stuff that we cannot let go, like same thing repeating again and again. But they don't help, they don't serve us, unfortunately. So just let them go. Add a little bit of like ha. And we will slow it down. Hands in front of the belly, eyes closed if it feels comfortable. Notice what you notice. Really go in and become aware of all these small changes, subtle kind of little changes that you have made inside. Everything is active. Feel yourself really alive. Very much aware of your precious body. And be curious, like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So much tingling going on in the body. We help the blood to move, energy to move, lymph to move. So the body is just like energized one more time, like, okay. And slowly release, opening your eyes if they were closed. Moving on with some flows. Nice and easy. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, releasing. When you are moving the hands like that, imagine the only thing that kind of coordinates everything is like your wrists. And now you're softly releasing the hands. Slowly changing this to open the hands out to the sides, opening the chest. And exhale. You can go very slowly if you are already like feeling the breath is moving slower. And if there are still some thoughts, things that are coming, try to be curious, go even slower, and then see all the sensations that you may be able to feel in your fingers. There's just like sometimes when I pay attention to it's like oh, amazing activity going on, this reminding myself like, that's what aliveness is. Almost like hard to describe or hard to put into words, but something tingly, something throbbing, something moving, right? Inhaling. And exhaling. Feel yourself really becoming a witness to this most important thing that's happening in your life. Breathing. Let's do one more time the same thing. And exhale. Hands in front of the belly. Find a position again. Knees are soft, tailbone tucked under, shoulders are relaxed. Reminding yourself, yes, you are situated in between the earth and the sky. Feel and almost like savor the sense of, I'm alive. Moving on to another one. This time, hands come through the, in front of the body, facing up, palms, and then they turn, reach up towards the sky, and then you make a circle with the hands, and then turn them down. You can also do this, sometimes some people would like to do it like hands crossing, either way is fine. Inhaling, and then exhaling. And staying here for a moment, you complete the exhale, and then inhale, this time gather from the sky. And exhale. Inhale, gather from the earth. Start to exhale here. And when we do this sense of gathering the energy, imagine you're really doing it. You're really getting connected with the earth. All the supportive, grounding energies. And then with the sky, maybe with the creativity, with the sense of like intuition, a sense of, who knows, something bigger than us. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling again. Exhaling. And pausing before we move to the next one. Drop the shoulders down. Feel larger and kind of more spacious trunk for the lungs. For the next one, your stance can be slightly wider if you like. Hands, palms facing down, and then opening out to the side, and then palms face up towards the sky. There are variations of this where you open, and if you like, you can touch the thumb and index finger and then bring the hands together like that, or without it. It's up to you. And hips glide back a little bit when you bend the knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. And we're gonna make this even a little bit harder to have some leg action going on. So widen your stance a little bit more. Same thing, but the idea this time for the defensive chi, as we call it, widen all around us and then cover all the way back, and then we bring the hands through the center line, almost inhaling. Big wide circle, covering everything as if like a egg in a way, energy ball, energy egg, something around us to cover for protective chi, for immune system support. Covering everything. Great bear swimming, they call this. And then let's do one last time, same thing. And just take a moment. Now again, pause before we transition to the next one. So for the next flow, step forward with one foot. So you're not on the same line. So just make sure that you have space between your heels. This is going to be to support an acupuncture point at the midline between the shoulder blades. And it's also like one of the main points for the lung energies to support on any kind of respiratory challenges. And when we lean forward, we bring the back of the hands to touch. And then when we come back, we bring the shoulder blades really close to each other. So you're exhaling, leaning forward, bending the knee, and then inhaling. Front leg straightens. This leg action is a little bit optional, but if you can, you are straightening the front and then bending the back a little bit. And then almost like lunging here, rounding the spine, and then really squeeze as if you have a lemon or a pen or pencil between the shoulder blades. That's the back shoe point of the lungs. The ones at the front are here, we did earlier, and that's the back one. We are just activating that too. Let's do one more time the same thing. And then inhale, just stay here for a moment, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And release. Slowly. Take your time to transition. This could have increased your heartbeat. So step forward with the other leg this time. So we're gonna do 5-6 times or so. Same thing again. Touching the upper part of the hands for a moment. And then inhaling, gazing up towards the sky. In this one, we're almost like looking towards the earth again. And then up to the sky. The protective energy that we work, this immune system support, let's say, from Western medicine perspective, is a yang energy. So that's why towards the end of lung tonification exercises, we do some very simple like breath related things, but then we do a little bit of kind of cardio because we were trying to increase the heat in the body so that we feel heated. The yang is like heat, warmth. Let's do one last time here. And then back. Just feel again the shoulder blades coming very close to each other. And then as you exhale, slowly transition. Feet come closer, about shoulder width apart. Now open the hands, palms facing away from you here. Inhale and exhale. And with your next inhalation, bring the hands through like the center and then turn them to face a little bit like towards your lungs. And then exhale again. And inhale. The idea here is, this is called lung polishing. You are opening and then bringing this energy gently, almost like holding your hands just here for a moment to feel it even more kind of puffed up. Let's do 2 more. Just hold your hands now facing towards your lungs and breathe. You can imagine like a white colored light coming from like midpoint of your hands, your palms, almost like beaming towards your lungs. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly release as we come to the end of the movements, drawing down the sky. Inhaling, hands come down on the side. A couple of more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. As you exhale, bring the hands and let the web of the index and the thumb cross. And just place your hands in your lower belly, right under the belly button. And take a few moments again to feel the breath in your lower dantian, this lower belly area. Notice maybe at this stage the breath is a little bit easier to feel it down in your abdomen. Internal organs are being massaged as you are breathing deep and nice. And as we come to the end, just take a few moments to circle as if you are really preparing to store this energy that you have generated. Reverse the circle. deep in your abdomen. Just hold your hands here, almost like push it in. And as you exhale, just sigh it out.